The capital, Gaborone, and Benson Putego. Let's take a look at stories making headlines. Cases of non-communicable diseases on the rise in Botswana. Bahurutsi celebrate the inaugural Dimawe Cultural Festival. In sport, DMSS crowned national champions again, winning the 18th Botswana Swimming National Championships. And interpreting on sign language is Topo Taposa. The Independent Electoral Commission of Botswana IEC has this morning kick-started the supplementary voter registration across the country. The supplementary voter registration period comes after IEC revealed that they had achieved only 69% of the targeted 1.3 million. The supplementary registration will be conducted in all the 61 constituencies at the district commissioners' offices, and the exercise is due to conclude on March 15th. Principal Community Development Officer at the Totome District, Ms. Banyasi Tuke, says the hydroponics project donated to some community members in Mangwatai will promote food security, economic empowerment of vulnerable groups, and create employment for rural communities. She said this at the official handover of the project to 8 graduates who are also beneficiaries of the project. The project was funded by Green Gem Company in collaboration with the Department of Social Development. Abigail Madorobo reports.
The project is meant to empower locals to lift themselves out of poverty, build skills essential for their success, and reduce dependency syndrome on government aid. Ms. Tuke says the initiative is in line with the Vision 2036 pillar of women and social development, where the government strives for capacity building as well as community development through various programs.
Initiative ye maikelo a yone ne le gono gore e leke go tokahatsa kana go nela bone ba re reng ba amegile thata tshono ya go leka gore e ba tokahatse ka dikitso kana ga o hile motho kitso go harologana le jaaka re tla be gongwe re ya go phaka go letsatsi eno ga go hela re emela tse dingwe gape a kere mme ga re go hile kitso o itse gore yaanong you are empowered o ka kgona gore o e dirise le wena gore o tlhabologe kana e go ungwele ka ha ileng gore go abe go na le pharologanyo ka teng.
The aim of the project was to impact hydroponic skills to the community members and make an addition to the existing community projects to uplift the livelihood of the community members after sales have been generated.
Beneficiaries had some challenges like shortage of seedlings in their area and extreme hot temperatures, among others.
So
despite the challenges, beneficiaries have managed to accumulate over 1,200 pula after selling their fresh produce using the skills they have acquired.
Tshwarang madi a kana ka 1,211 pula mme mohuta wa hydroponics e mehuta e mentsi e ka tshwara metlhano kana merataro mme o mohuta o dirisang wa NTF nutrients technical filling.
Beneficiaries were appreciated for their commitment on the initiative, as some dropped during the training stage, and were encouraged to work hard to improve the well-being of their families and the community at large. Abigail Madorobo, BTV News, Mangwatai.
Senior Magistrate Horatile Moremi Ramakoloi of Broadest Magistrate Court has ordered the prosecution in the Homolemo Motanyana case to make sure that the investigating officer advances reasons as to why they are denying the accused person bail. Motanyana is facing a count of murdering his wife, Kibabope Motanyana, at a counseling center on May 24th last year. Magistrate Ramakoloi's order follows the accused person's long-filed application for bail. Unkutule Tamache reports.
It's now 9 months since Homolemo Motlanyana was arrested and locked in prison after the murder of his wife in the presence of their children at the counseling center last year. Motlanyana, who has been facing a difficult task since the prosecution team were against his first bail application, filed the second and third application for bail with Magistrate Horatile Moremi Ramakoloi, indicating that he wants to meet his children to comfort them. The prosecution team continued to be against his applications, citing that he is not eligible for bail as he is a threat to the lives of his kids, state witnesses, and the public at large. This morning, the court was expecting the investigating officer to be before court for status update and advance their reasons for denying Motlanyana bail. The state prosecutor, Sergeant Moluki Solofera, informed the court that the investigating officer will not make it to court as he is unwell. Magistrate Ramakoloi then ordered the accused Homolemo Motlanyana to file valid reasons for his bail request before court and also to use same reasons to support his bail application filed at the High Court. The magistrate then ordered the prosecutor to bring the investigating officer in court on the 14th of March when the accused person will be coming for mention. Unkutle Tamache, BTV News, Gaborone.
Assistant Minister of Education and Skills Development, Mr. Obrile Saso, has called on the youth to enroll for vocational training for them to acquire crucial skills in business management to help improve communities. The Assistant Minister was speaking last night at the Technical Vocational Education and Training TVET award ceremony held here in Gaborone. Mojadi Kibelo reports.
Botswana is committed in ensuring that it becomes a knowledge-based economy and also to transform to a high-income status, and therefore, technical vocational education and training remains instrumental in this endeavor. Youth specifically who have massive talent in vocational skills are advised to take their craft seriously in creating wealth for themselves and being key employers to their peers.
TVET is moving in the right direction by providing skills which are essential in eradicating poverty and reducing youth unemployment. Being nominated to receive an award is a clear indication that the government has a core group of staff who regard themselves as change agents to continuously transform the TVET sector to become more efficient, more effective, responsive, user-friendly, accountable, and committed to inculcate a strong culture of the notion of mindset change.
The awardees have shown delight on the craft they possess and emphasized that being passionate in any pursuit remains a key driver to be successful.
I'm driven by passion. I'm in teaching out of passion, not necessarily because it was a job that was available that I got employed in.
I would like to thank all of you here for trusting in me and giving me this award. Kiri Babangwe, like the interns who have been taking this, just keep it up. You will end up where I am.
Government remains committed in developing strategies that can improve the TVET going forward.
We further need to draw lessons from the reset agenda, which is a commitment to recalibrate strategies, leverage opportunities, and harness our potential as a country to reach a high-income status by 2036.
Mindset change on vocational training has been cited as a key component to enlighten many that vocational training can be a greater asset in this era, for economical breakthrough at household and community level, and eventually the trickle effect being for Botswana to achieve a high income status. Mojadi Mukibelo, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Medical Oncology Unit Manager at Kitumila Masira Teaching Hospital, Mr. Bontsonetse Baitsi, says cases of non-communicable diseases, particularly cancer, continue to rise in Botswana. It is for this reason that the hospital found it fit to organize a community outreach aimed at offering screening services and sensitizing the public on NCDs. Huboletsima and Horata Maranyane with the report.
Non-communicable diseases such as cancer, high blood pressure, sugar, diabetes, and others continues to be a threat to humanity as the mortality rate keep on rising. As a response to this challenge, stakeholders in the health sector are making strides to address the health issues.
We are focusing much on the theme of this year because this is the month of where we say it was World Cancer Day on the 4th of February. So we are celebrating it, we are on it, pushing it, trying to close the gap like the theme was saying. So we are trying to, by all means, to spread the information to the people about cancer. Yeah, currently we have worrisome numbers of cancer cases. We have our most common cancers like cervical cancer, breast cancer, prostate cancer, just to name a few. These cancers, we see a trend where the trend is rising. We see a number of cases of those cancers. So now, we came here today just to spread the information, to screen people for those cancers.
As it stands, not eating healthy and lack of exercising has proven to be a contributing factor in high rise of NCDs.
And then namalo ne be tshwana mele ka letseng le hore ya peile e gutse mahura le letswai ha o tshola lo ga ntse o nna o jalo o tsholalo o gotsa kotla ile gore wa eja go nna motho gore o ska na le uiteko godimo kana ha gore ska le se godimo o leke gore o se hokotse.
Health experts further explain that one of the things that makes it difficult to fight these diseases is that some people take long to go for screening. Mang, BTV News, Gaborone.
The chairperson of Tsabon District Council, Mr. Hendrik Jacobs, says maintenance and improvement of road networks in the area is underway. He further added that the upgrading of the 250-kilometer Matete-Bray-Veda road implemented under the Transitional National Development Plan will commence soon. Mr. Jacobs was updating councillors on current developments in the area. Kiolebohile Radipotsane reports.
Road users in Kalahari South will be elated to know that repairing and reconstructing damaged roads for their convenience is going according to plan. Mr. Jacobs said the roads being repaired are Omaweneno Tsabong as well as Tsabong Middle Peace roads, which are expected to ease travel as their conditions have been a concern in that area. He further added that the upgrading of the 250 kilometers Matete-Bray-Veda road implemented under the Transitional National Development Plan will commence soon.
The project was awarded to Limousine Construction Ltd and it includes pre-treatment works and resealing and road markings of a stretch of 80 kilometers between Tsabong and Middle Peace over a period of 12 months. Resealing and road markings of Makati, Tsabong. Honorable Councillors, the project was awarded to Ultimate Dream at a tender of 18 million.
The paving of internal roads is also underway in most villages in the district.
All the 5 projects under CCP 2023-2024 financial year have been completed for the first time. The road fund levy projects, on the other hand, have all started and are planned to be completed by March 2024.
Still on district development, Mr. Jacobs says the construction of the new hospital in Tsabong will start soon, citing that Nama Consulting Engineers and Planners SA have been contracted as the project managers. BTV News, Tsabo.
Now, residents of Old Disana Ward in Maung have been applauded for nominating Ms. Catherine Matare as the head of arbitration. Speaking during the ceremony, Deputy Paramount Chief of Batawana, Ms. Kealiti Lemuremi, hailed Ms. Matare as an illustrious woman, adding her election-based testament to the society's confidence and recognition of women's contribution in nation building. Maranyane Samakata reports.
It was a joyous day here in Old Disana as residents welcomed the newly elected head of arbitration, Ms. Catherine Matare. Ms. Kealiti Lemuremi says she is confident that Ms. Matare will exceed expectations in her new job.
Teachera, ile mogokgo wa sekolo. Tiro eo ke tiro ya boikarabelo tshwanang hela le bogosi e le tiro ya boikarabelo. Yaanong ke sologela gore o tla bopa morahi wa Disaneng a ba direla ka lorato.
Ms. Matare says she is settling in well.
Kupile ba bidise gore ka lepela la malatsi ke ska ka thoka motakase. Mabaka a me ile gore yo mongwe o tla a hutse ha ta go bega ha o mo bothoko jo ile ro thoka stidihatsi. Ruri. Jaanong ha ba tsena mo ke bona gore o ka re hantse go buiwa ba go bula ke tobetsang le be ke tobeletsa wena. Ke ra ha ke e phone. Motho a modimo ta ba khula be re buisana kana nna ke ba bolela go nna kana ke a letanya hela ga ke sekisi. Hey, o itse gore ke a rata tota modimo nketela pele. Batho ba modimo bangwe ba tswa ba itumetse ba sa itse gore ba ka reng.
Residents are hopeful about the future. However, in any other leadership role, challenges are to be expected.
Maybe le ro horo ga boneha ka dikakanyo le mewa le maikuto a harologane ga go tshwana le ha ba itse gore kana promotion ke e bona boneha ha gona promotion ha e ba e bona ha bana go rapela ha le ba go tahela ba thamaletse, but your experience in leadership must come on board. Amen.
Residents have been encouraged to support their leader by attending Khotla meetings in numbers. Maranyane Samagata, BTV News, Maung.
And if you just tuned in, this is BTV News at 9. And still in Maung, the Ministry of Youth, Gender, Sport and Culture has signed a memorandum of understanding with Botswana International University of Science and Technology, BIUST, under which the university will train Youth Development Fund beneficiaries for a week. The team is the 8th cohort and the first from the Northwest District to be trained under this agreement. Mareta Kaisara reports.
As a way of empowering the youth in Botswana, the Ministry of Youth, Sport and Culture, through the Youth Development Fund office in Maung, has funded 37 youth businesses in the Northwest area. MISEC has come into partnership with Botswana International University of Science and Technology to train these YDF beneficiaries on ways of developing and sustaining their businesses. At the end of these training sessions, these beneficiaries wrote an examination which they all passed, the main objective being to further equip them with relevant breakthrough business skills.
2023-24 ka lenaneo la rona la Youth Development Fund le lenaneo le le tebagantse le gone go empower banana re itse sente gone gore gona le lethoko le lentsi la ditiro mme jaaka re itse ba rothe ga re kgone go bereka mo pusong ka jalo
fisheries to upskill their management skills. We also looked at their marketing skills and tried to improve their financial management, chain management skills.
Amongst the YDF beneficiaries was a visually impaired Mpoente Gaibope, who motivates people living with disabilities to utilize viable opportunities and never look down on themselves.
July, Minister YDF Trifanas, Kaugastir Simon. Hay Banazapa. Hay Banazapa Ganica, Officia Mysec. Success did out Officia Mysec, Haban that Hella. Haban Capella Kakala Hasabuna, Ruby Ring and Dame. Yeah. Banavanza step by step, step by step. No Batalora.
The 37 beneficiaries will receive their certificates from the Botswana International University of Science and Technology. Marita Kaisara, BTV News, Maung.
Bakata Primary School in Moshopa village received donations worth 300,000 pula, which include a photocopy machine, toiletry stationaries, and monies from some biking club, as well as companies such as Fenmat Furnitures, Force, Cash and Carry, and Nashua. Member of Parliament for Moshopa Manyana, Mr. Karabokhare, applauded the gesture and encouraged the stakeholders to continue extending a helping hand and club efforts with government, saying it will aid in improving academic results. Kisokofetse Magwinja with more.
Member of Parliament for Moshopa Manyana, Mr. Harris, says there's now calls for the school to ensure that the goods are well taken care of and safely kept for them to last long and benefit learners over many years to come. Southern Educational Director Mr. Akrinyes Maseko expressed gratitude and called upon schools in his region to always strive for good academic results to avoid letting down such gestures.
81.7% wa bakhatlao ga lekana ga gona sepe se tla sa amogelang se le less than 90% mo ngwageng o ha o hela ka gore ga lena boipato ra go dira sengwe le sengwe ra go le supporta gore le ene mo parliament a itumele le bone bo ra dithutu ba rona ba re ne re tswa ko sekweleng sele we have made an impact kana se tona ke gore a mme se le se dirileng kwano se tla le thusa
le go tla mo ga rona mo ba gaetsho ke dio tse ileng gore re nna re dira re le ba makgotla one a dithutu ga se ba khatlahela se tsikile ra tsena le go khotsing ngwaganyana tse di ha morago thale ba bangwe le bone kile ba tla kwano ba thusa ka mogone ba thusa teng ba thusa bane ba thusa
ha no rena le bana ba le 871 basimane ba 448 basetsana ba 423 re sekwele se re tshabelwang thata ke go nna re hiwanyana dimpho ka rena le bana ba bona le bogole jaanong dio tseo ke dimpho hela tselong ra di lebogela ra di itumelela go reela gore a maduo a ye go godimo a supe gore re hilwe le ba ba re hileng ba tla ba itumele.
Mr. Khare, an alumni of Bakhatla Primary School, encouraged parents to work jointly with teachers and management endeavors to improve education and academic results in schools. Kesegofetse Magwinja, BTV News, Moshopa.
Continuing with donations in Gaborone, Kgalaletam Primary School received a donation valued at almost 175,000 pula from Hilton Garden Inn Hotel. The donation comprises spades, wheelbarrows, fertilizers and fruit trees. The Minister of Labour and Home Affairs, who is also Member of Parliament for Bonington North, Ms. Anna Mokati, commended the gesture by Hilton Garden Inn Hotel. Refilo Motube reports.
Minister Mokgethi accentuated the importance of companies, parastatals and individuals joining forces with government in developing education in the country, saying the move could positively impact schools' academic performance as well as driving Botswana's aspirations of attaining a knowledge-led economy by the year 2036.
Ke le mo Parlamente wa kgaolo ya Gaborone Bonington North ke batla go supa gore ke boitumelo radio amogela dilo tse. It goes hand in hand with the aspirations.
Hillington today is handing over 3 projects but before then they had always been in Kgalalesan since October 2023. They started with the repairing of doors, broken windows. They have also gone to the extent of maintaining our toilets, even giving us a stationery.
Over and above the donations, classrooms, toilets and garden were renovated to give the school a facelift as well as to create a conducive learning environment for students.
And thank you to Kgalaletsang Primary School to having like a warm heart as well, to allowing us. They could easily say, no, we're fine. But as the minister has highlighted already, I think it takes a community, right? We all help each other. We're here to brighten Kgalaletsang today. So we are really grateful to be here.
Re simolla ko baneng gore re re go sekono re be re bone bana gore re wa ithata e be re bona ka bana mme le supilese le re tsetse tsotle ka gore ke tsone tse leng gore di dira le tsone environmental health.
The partnership between the duo began last year September is anticipated to continue into the coming years and improve the welfare of the school. Refile Mutube, BTV News, Gaborone.
Member of Parliament for Khabane Mankori, Mr. Kagiso Musi, has lauded the inaugural Dimawe Cultural Festival as a dignified event, noting its historical significance in building the current Botswana. The festival celebrates the pivotal Battle of Dimawe, won by some Botswana tribes under the command of Kgosi Sechele I against the Boers led by Andries Pretorius in 1852. Kisofes Makwinja reports.
Minister Musi appreciated the massive attendance at the launch of the ceremonial event, which featured both locals and delegates from the neighboring South Africa. He also noted that the landmark made by Botswana in discovering and preserving their valuable historical and cultural sites with the intention to turn them into tourist attraction areas could help generate income for them.
gongwe re le hatse re ka be re sena puso re ka be re sa ipuse re ka be re sa nne mo thokgamong e re leng mo go yone yaanong ke batla go le rotloetsa gore a reng go ikwadisa e tle le rona re tswelle ka go bona puso e tlhophiwang sentle re nna mo thokgamong mo malatsing a tla a re tšhentšheng dikakanyo maikutlo le boitshwaro tiro e nne tiro e atlegileng mebile se go hale ende tiro e re tla e bonang e re kgobokanya e gola ngwaga le ngwaga re kgona gore re tle go kgobokana mo Dimawe re tswella.
Kgosi Sechele also applauded the efforts made by the stakeholders of this event, saying the gesture will go a long way towards leaving behind a live history to the upcoming generations, at the same time preserving it from extinction.
Le tlhomamise gore lehelo le hiwa tlotla e tshwanetseng ebile e nna leholo le le gathegileng le mongwe a tshwannang ke go le mogajalo gore bokao jwa lone bo se ka ba toga ba re nyelela re le ba tshweneng le merafe e mengwe re na le lefelo le le mo go lone gompieko le le bidiwang Dimawe le go supagang sentle gore irile ka ngwaga wa 1852 bahurutse ba bo ba le gone ha bana le bangwaketse le bakwena le bakgatla le balete le ba bangwe gape banka skan ka ba bua go ba wetsa go loa ntwa e nngwe Motswana reng puo ya Setswana ga ena bosekelo ba lwa le maburu mme Batswana bantsho ba ne ba fenya ntwa yone eo gone mo lehelong le re mo go lonele lone lefelo le ke lone le jaanong ditiragalo tsotlhe tsa Setswana tsa setso e ka nna mmino e ka nna bodiragatsi kana sepela so ka sa akanyang
re tshwantse ra se kgobokanya mme ra se direla mo go lone lefelo lone le la Dimawe.
Botswana have been implored to embrace their culture and pride themselves in their unique history and experience that have made them who they are today. Kesego Fetse Makwinja, BTV News, Dimawe.
And still in Manyana, the Dimawe Cultural Festival promoted intercommunal unity among different tribes. They also conducted a tour around the site, revealing some signature and very monumental cultural heritage. Budulo Mohorosi reports.
The Battle of Dimawe is seen as a cornerstone of Botswana's history as it unified different tribes comprising of Baka, Bangwaketse, Bakwena and Bahurutsi. This battle is a reminder for Botswana's strength and capability to defend their territorial integrity.
Marking this very important milestone in the emergence of Botswana as a free, united and proud nation. The Battle of Dimawe was a pivotal opening act in the Botswana-Boer War that lasted from 1852 to 1853, a conflict that was seminal to the birth of Botswana as a nation.
Re ne re tswa ko lefelo le bidwa Borutwe mme Bahurutsi ra tla kwano ka go faladiwa ke Matebele le Mabu. Ntwa ye e ne le ka kwa e ne sena seele re bua ka Mokwena Setšhele ka nne le yene molaodi wa nako yeo gore banna ba se ka ba re.
Minister of Entrepreneurship Karabo Gare says heritage sites like Dimawe has to be protected because it has the potential to grow the economy of this nation by attracting entrepreneurs, tourists, and harnessing research.
Bona le borai jwa gona jaanong ga e le gore thulaganyo ya go tshwana le re kgobokanetsang gompieno re ka e nonotsa re ka e nontsha re ka e godisa e ka nna le seabe mo goreng e oketse kana e ge letseno mo Botswana re tshwanetse ra sekaseka ka bonako gore oha re go tsenya molelo gore e nna le halolo le e leng gore la itswi le ga se ka bophara in a tourism attraction center.
Let us not allow any further injustice to happen. Those who know they have stripped and taken away the respect and the spiritual connectedness of our people from their land, do so return it, because it was simply borrowed to you by those leaders and those forefathers whom today we say umhlaba wokhokho bethu awubuki.
This first of its kind gathering will hopefully evolve into an annual calendar heritage to showcase heritage sites like this hill, which is known as Maschale. Budulo Mohoros, BTV News, Dimawe.
Well, it's now time for sports with Tato Kosi More. Brother.
Thank you, Benson Putaro. How are you? Where's the lady of the house?
Oh, Komotso Mapani?
Yeah.
No, she has got other engagements, but I'm sure tomorrow she will be joining all of us.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's get straight into our sports news tonight. I am Tato Kosimura. Thank you for joining us. The MSS Club are the overall winners of the 18th Botswana Swimming National Championship for the 8th consecutive time after collecting 2,641 points. The 5 days competition ended yesterday at the University of Botswana. Tlamelo Muntsusi reports.
DMSS became the overall winners after amassing 221 medals overall, of which 68 were gold medals, 80 silver and 71 bronze medals. Propeller Swimming Club settled for second spot, having won 79 gold medals, 45 silver and 39 bronze medals, while Phoenix Swimming Club settled for third spot.
It's been a very exciting 4 days. We've seen a lot of names return and we've got a whole lot of new talent. So all the hard work is really paying off. The 5 a.m. sessions, the long hours, it's definitely showing now.
Now in the individual awards, Melody Saleshando of Propeller Swimming Club is the overall winner in the under-14 category after accumulating 102 points. Khamangwe Kiitsile, also from Propellers, won the under-16 category.
First of all, start saying it was fun, amazing. Having the team around me, supporting me, it was a nice show to go through. Pretty tough. Competition is there, of course. The boys are doing well, the girls are doing well. So everyone is ready for the competition. So yeah, I've won golds and silvers, showing that there's a really tough people to come compete with. They're showing me that where I have to go back home and fix, and yeah.
We started day one off really well, and it's just carried on. We've even managed to swim some PBs, some personal best times today, which is really hard at the end of a long gala like this. So really excited to see that. We had one of our senior boys go at 24 in the 50 free, which is massive, and it's also it's a big time for a swim in bots.
In other ladies' results, Tela Bingo is the overall champion in the under-8 category, while Maiba Morebudu won the under-18 category with 102 points. Sally Ikwe of Propellers finished first in the under-16 category with 44 points, while Amaru Ditlhogo won the seniors category with 39 points. Now in the men's category, Alistair finished first in the under-8 with 30 points. Michael Noble of DMSS won the under-10 with 22 points, while Temamu Derla from Propellers scooped first position in the under-14 category. Propellers continued to show their dominance as Luruoba Kwena became the overall winner in the under-12 category with 99 points. Musi Matthews of DMSS is the overall winner in the seniors with 43 points. Tlamelo Montsusi, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
Inaugural edition of the Senkamorodi Cycle Classic 2 days stage race has stimulated profitable economic activity in Bobonong. This was affirmed by the chairperson of Bubirwa District Council, Mr. Khomotswa Merekim, reflecting on the impact of the 2-day event. Karabo Mulusi with the details.
The Senkamorodi Cycle Classic had brought together 53 cyclists and various stakeholders with the main objective of stimulating interest on cycling and unlocking opportunities in the tourism and events sectors.
Calendar ya cycling harana di event tse dintsi, so we thought to bring an event, especially a 2-day stage race eleng gore rena le lebaka mo lehatsheng la rona rena le 2-day stage race or stage races. The terrain, as the riders by win, is one of the most beautiful terrain, ditaba. So you know, for a cyclist, how motisetsa ditaba, you know, go high.
The natural resources the terrain the riders, they were very happy yesterday.
The cyclists spoke highly of the beauty and efficiency of the terrain in which they competed. The race was categorized into the 104 kilometers and 90 kilometers, 60 kilometers and 30 kilometers races. The winners in the elite and junior categories bagged 4,000 pula and 2,000 pula respectively, with the prize money dropping until the 6th position.
You go up and down, up and down, up and down with a very beautiful scenery. The challenge here today was the wind. But nowadays I can see that they're improving.
I feel like I'm very happy with my performance today. I was the first male junior.
Next win.
ka jaaka ne re na le batho ba ba tswang Bojwaneng gantsi ko maine wa ko Makau Maung Francistown gore ba birwa a re rotloetsegeng re itirele ga rona re joine mo clubong ya Bobirwa Cycling Club.
The Sankhamorodi Cycle Classic 2-day stage race is an addition to the list of cycling activities organized annually in the country and has been slotted into the Botswana Tourism Organization calendar of events. Karabo Molosi, BTV Sport, Bobonong.
The mayor's head coach says his side is very ready to face their tough opponents, Russia, as they go ahead to it tomorrow in their friendly match in Turkey, where both teams are on their training camps. The Mets are on their 8th day in camp, having played one friendly match against the FC Zurich on Sunday, where they won 2-0, while Russia, on the other hand, will be playing their first game of training camp in Turkey. Currently, Botswana ladies are ranked 153 in FIFA rankings, while Russia are ranked 26th, something that coaches from both sides say they will not take the friendly match lightly.
I think it's a good opportunity for us. It's not every day that you play maybe the top 30 in the world in terms of the FIFA rankings. But look, last year we played the WAFCON for the first time. Almost all the countries that we played, they were ranked inside the top 4, Nigeria, Cameroon, Morocco, South Africa, with the exception of Burundi. And I thought we did fairly well, and it all goes back to understanding your team, understanding where the strength of your team lies. And I think tomorrow's game is no different. We are just grateful for the opportunity to play a team with the profile of Russia. You know, they have players playing in very good leagues. Obviously, if you are ranked number 26, it means as a national team you are doing something well. And then in terms of the UEFA competitions, the last time they played in 2017, they just made it to the group stages. But you should also consider the level at which the UEFA Cup is played at. I think for us it's another opportunity to give other players an opportunity, to give them a run. Also to measure progress in terms of our game model. What is it that we need to improve within the game model? What is it that we need to maintain? And if we play with different players, you have a different spirit, you have a different energy because players are different. And we are all trying to fit them within how we want the team to play.
This is our first camp in the year, and we hope that we will be back to the official competition. So this time we are preparing to be ready to show our best when we will be returned back to the official competitions. And here we have engaged young players as well to show them how to prepare, to teach them, and we hope that the goals that we have set, they will be fulfilled as well. We will use our A-team, A-level players, and the young players as well. We are familiar with the style of play of Botswana team, and we are familiar with we know some key players of Botswana. We have seen their matches in the clubs, so we have some information about the players, and you know that the ranking is like static information. You cannot take these numbers to the pitch of play and say, look, we are 25 and you are 150, for example. This is the match, and you need to show your best, and you need to defend your country. So we're eager to play.
Now back home, Maun-based Sangoyo Bushbucks have missed an opportunity to move up the Botswana First Division North Log after playing to a goalless draw against Green Lovers at the Maun Sport Complex. Anthony Tobogang.
Sangoyo Bushbucks, who went into this game after a string of good results, were fourth on the log, and the expectation amongst the multitude of their supporters who thronged the Maun Sports Complex was for them to collect the maximum points. On the field of play, however, Coach Lika's boys found themselves having to play on the back foot due to the relentless pressure from the visitors. The absence of some key players like Lidirets Johnson and Lisa Dema and Babuluki Udirile due to school commitments also played a part in Gurungu's lack of fluidity on the day. Even though they had an upper hand in ball possession, Green Lovers failed to create clear-cut chances and were nearly punished in the dying minutes of the first half after a defensive blunder, but the Maun Giants fluffed the chance, taking the game to recess on a goalless stalemate. Despite picking up a draw, Sankoyu Bushbucks coach Papani Lika highlighted that their main goal is to become champions of the First Division North League and gain automatic promotion to the Botswana Premier League.
I had a number of changes. Mo team weekend any winner. I made about 3 changes. One of my centre backs, Umokarating, my 2 midfield striker and the midfielder Johnson Elizest, Abayo Katsasukwele Baile graduation. So I came with a very defensive system. Ne settle for a draw, which to me it's a good point. I'm taking it home. Every point counts. My second round. According to my plan, we played well.
Yes, it was a very tight. The idea was to go for maximum points. That is why we added numbers going forward and defended with 3 most of the time. Released the wingback at Zarona more. And ideally, we start possession, keep possession. But in terms of create the chance, only 1 chance. It was a game of very few chances. We could have grabbed one. 60 but we needed maximum points. That is why we had numbers going forward.
Sankoyu Bushbucks will play Calendar Stars in their next fixture as they continue in their quest to return to the Elite League. Anthony Tawarang, BTV Sport, Maung.
Before signing off, here is our last story tonight. In the Botswana First Division South League, UB Hawks defeated Mochudi Santa Chief 2-1 in a game played at River Plate grounds on Saturday. Budulo Mohorosi.
UB Hawks came into this game in the back of a win over Notwan, while Mochudi Santa Chiefs also won the encounter against the Magosi in the Orange FA Cup. UB Hawks dominated the Ela exchange, visiting Chiefs 18 yards area frequently searching for a goal. It was however Maparangwe who found the back of the net against the run play in the 41st minute, courtesy of counter-attack finished by Offense Chitutu. After the goal, UB Hawks fought tooth and nail for an equalizer, and it got minute later as Tataone Nkwape level matters. In the 43 minutes, Tabiso Fani scored a second goal for UB boys. Second half, Maparanko came well organized, playing possession football to dominate the game. Captain Masuku had several attempts to put his side in front, but UB Hawks goalkeeper had a good day in office.
First half, beautiful game, beautiful football. Second half, we are fighting to survive, to get up a point, which we did. If you look at it, well done, boys. We did well.
We've got to go back and see where we lost the game. I felt that the start of the game, probably the first 20 minutes, we are not ourselves. We're losing too many balls in the middle of the field. Our passing was not being completed. It was too loose. But nevertheless, in the second half, and we spent about the majority of the second half in the half of UB. And at the end of the day, it's a football game. We've lost.
UB Hawks' win has moved them up to position 6 in the log standings, while Maparankwe are on position 4. Budulo Mohoros, BTV Sport, River Plate Grounds.
With that said, we come to the end of our Botswana Tonight Sport segment. Thank you for watching and stay blessed. Back to you.
Thank you, TT. With that, let's take the final look at stories making headlines. Non-communicable diseases cases on the rise in Botswana. Bahurusi celebrate the inaugural Dimawe Cultural Festival. And in sports, DMSS crowned national champions again, winning the 18th Botswana Swimming National Championships. Well, that marks the end of our bulletin. Arichencheng is the mantra we ought to live by on a daily basis. Well, until we meet again later on, as we close the block, take care of yourselves and have a good night.
Coming up next on Conversation with Africa.
Let us remember that the true value of a diamond extends beyond its monetary value.